Should you use deadlines to avoid procrastination? Deadlines are simply mind tools which are allowing one to take action right before an important event, an activity, or when certain responsibility occurs. You may work without deadlines and that's fine. In fact, I'm one of those people who don't set any deadlines and get the job done. I'm finding my motivation elsewhere. All you need here is not a deadline but a sense of urgency to get the job done. The nature of procrastination is related to not knowing what to do, or not knowing what to do next, or not knowing what's ahead. Often, procrastination comes from unfinished projects, tasks, and duties that are holding people back from their desired outcomes. The more you wait, the more demands come along the way, and this tendency is causing us to procrastinate current projects even more. We either escape doing all sorts of things that are not related to our project, or trying to be busy in order to minimize the disappointment and the guilt. The problem with deadlines is that even if you have enough time to do the task today, you procrastinate for the next 2 or 3 days because this is where the deadline ends for that particular task. What if you have to do something more important after those 2 or 3 days? Sooner or later, more demands will come, and what you could have done 2 days ago would have been eliminating some of the burden today. However, because of deadlines, we wait until the last moment to get the job done, and often it's too much at stake for a short period of time and getting overwhelmed as a result. Sense of urgency is an emotion. It is similar to a pressure to get a job done, but it's a good kind of pressure. Since it is emotions that drive us to get the job done, should it be easy to generate that emotion every time you need it? Fortunately, emotions are within our control, but it is an indirect one. We can't directly control our emotions. They are generated as a result of certain thoughts we have in our mind. We can recall past memories from the past as projected images into our mind, and that is causing us to experience those emotions. So we can control our emotions by taking control over our thoughts and mental images and internal dialogue. Well, how's that related to a sense of urgency to get a job done? Well, we can use the fear of loss or the pressure deriving from achieving certain tasks to generate that sense of urgency. The thoughts that you hold in your mind, supported by your internal dialogue to justify and explain things, can generate the emotion of urgency to get a job done. That's why a lot of people get that emotion only when a deadline approaches. You can do this without deadlines by causing it yourself every time you want it. Let's say you have to write a book. It is quite a creative task. Most people procrastinate on creative activities. So you have to ask yourself, what are you going to lose if you don't finish that book for today? Or what is my worst outcome or fear that may happen as a result of delaying that activity? Should you wait more or do it right away to avoid that fear? On the other hand, you may want to imagine what this will do if you finish the book as soon as possible. What benefits you can derive from that activity, writing the book? Is that going to give you more freedom, more money, more sense of achievement or accomplishment? If so, what are you waiting for? Write down all the benefits that can get the results of writing the book or that particular activity and actually do it one step at a time. This will push you enough to the edge so that you can wake up and make things happen today. By the way, I'm going to show you how to get at least 2 extra hours today so that you can get a lot more time out of your busy schedule. Simply visit my blog at doubletimetodaycom. That is doubletimetodaycom, where you're going to see a free video that's going to show you how. I'm Chris Diamond. Thanks for stopping by.